Greetings to everyone. My name is David Raju. Today, the plan is we are going to learn about amphibians of Western Ghats. I'm sure you must have seen while walking around your house or any forest, if you've been to any streams or wherever around your place, you must have seen a lot of frogs. So that's what we are going to learn different varieties of frogs, and there are some Sicilians. They're similar looking like earthworms or something. Once you if you see them, you may get confused with the earthworms. So there are similar interesting things today we are going to learn. Oh. So Western Ghats actually it's a chain of mountains, almost a 900 kilometers stretch, which got 234 species of amphibians reported so far. Out of that, around 84% are endemic. So Western Ghats is actually a global hotspot for amphibians. Possibly there are many more species yet to be discovered. There's a lot of species being discovered from this amazing forest. So why this Western Ghats got so much of variety of amphibians? Because the variety of forest there, we have amazing evergreen uh, forest, and we have shola forest. Among the grass hills, we have some shola forest there. Then wide variety of forests, from ranging from dry scrubs to grasslands and shola forest, all those things. So the variety of these forests actually help these amphibians numbers. You must have already learned about difference of amphibians. Around 8,151 species of amphibians are reported in the worldwide. They are actually divided into three, at least in India: um, Sicilians and frogs and toads, and newts and salamanders. So newts and salamanders, we have two species of newts in up in Himalayas, and otherwise the rest of all of them are frogs and Sicilians. We don't have the actual salamanders in India. They are they're mainly in other countries in Europe and South America and all those places. So what's the difference between frogs and toads? Let me go back to the previous slide. So technically, both of them are safe. Same. Frogs are actually got a dry and warty skin. You can actually see some of them got some black dots all over their body. And frogs, one to the right, it's actually got the wet skin, wet or moist skin. So this is the one simple thing you can identify toads and frogs. And also, most of the toad, almost all the toad got a parotid gland, where they actually store a bit of poison in their glands. So it actually help them to get away from predators like some birds, or sometimes some, if a dog try to eat them, they can survive. So let's jump into the different species and variety of frogs of Western Ghats. So this is an amazing frog. It's called the canopy bush frog. Interestingly, all the bush frog, we have around over 50 species of bush frogs found in Western Ghats. Amazing diversity, and most of them lives on the trees or some bushes, or some of them on the top of the tree. So particularly this one, it's called the canopy bush frog, also called the water drop frog. Interestingly, this frog actually lives on the top of the canopy. I still remember when we are walking through some forest in Western Ghats, especially in southern Western Ghats, and you will actually start hearing a sound which resembles. Imagine if you have a bucket of water under a half open tap, and if you can actually hear the sound, no, tuck, tuck. So that sound, this is what that frog produced. So that's why it's called the canopy bush frogs. So let me see that this actually sitting among the moss. So interesting. Look at the color of this frog. It's actually like a moss pattern on the back, which is well camouflage on the bark. You don't get to see them in the very rarely you see them on the ground or lower canopies and all. I seen only once this frog in the wild. I hope all of you heard that sound. That was the canopy bush frog was calling. Isn't it amazing that sound? I mean, it's come from the around 20 or 30 meters up on the tree canopy. So this is that actually eggs of those canopy bush frog. Interestingly, this frog, this is by Dr. Anil Zakaria. These photographs. I mean, he's the one who have been studying this life cycle for so many years. He clicked these pictures. Actually, they have an amazing breeding strategy. It's called direct development. So when most of the frogs, when they lay eggs, it's become a tadpole and it's become a adult frog. So they have a three stage: eggs, tadpoles, and adult. Interestingly, these all the bush frogs. Like I mentioned, we have around over 50 species of bush frogs in Western Ghats. They have a direct strategy, breeding strategy. So when they lay eggs, the eggs are actually hatched inside itself. They don't have a tadpole stage. So this the frogs actually comes out from the eggs. You can actually see a froglet coming out from the eggs. So because in Western Ghats we have two monsoons, southwest monsoon and northeast monsoon. Southwest monsoon happens mainly in June, July, August, and all. So those 3 months we'll have a lot of rain in our forest. So that's the time these frogs breed. So that time they don't need to have a water around. So they have a lot of moisture in the air. So that's why they can actually once they lay eggs in few weeks, within few days or weeks, they'll come out as a froglet. Here is another amazing frog. This is the bark bush frog, which is found in Agasthyamala Hills. This also very similar to the canopy bush frogs. Sound very similar. I still remember when I heard it first time, I thought it's actually a canopy frog. But look at that. The male was is calling from the top, and look at the female, a green frog hiding below. I hope you can all see it. So this is again a bush frog laying its eggs, and you can actually see eventually they are hatching inside different stages of the eggs. We have another interesting family of frogs. I mean, technically they are all bush frogs, but what we call it reed bush frogs, because this particular frogs they actually lives among the reeds. I mean, if you notice in Western Ghats, we have around 10 to 15 varieties, or probably more varieties of Aucklandre reeds. So what happened? They have natural slits on the reeds. So these particular frogs, I mean, they're actually known to get inside those reeds and breed. And it is an amazing strategy how they survive in this kind of habitat. Look at that, a reed bush frog, Aucklandre reed frog, are trying to get inside a slit. This is it is actually sitting inside a reed. We broke it open, so at least we wanted to know if there is a frog inside. So and finally we close it also later. Okay, we have another amazing bush frog. It's called the resplendent bush frog, found only on the high peaks in Munnar region, especially the tallest peak in South India, that is the Anamudi peak. Uh, they usually found in those kind of habitat. Okay, you can actually see there's a lot of grassland there. That's a picture there. So this frog actually found there in the ground, and among those grassy reed patch, you may able to find this frog. Interestingly, this frog only found there, and you can find this frog almost 2,600 meters above sea level. And due to the global warming, this frog is actually started going up. I mean, into the peaks. If the temperature increase a bit more, eventually they don't have any space to go. Eventually, the species might get extinct. So this is one of the frogs we need to protect well. I mean, so due to the global warming, it might get extinct soon also. We have another family of interesting frogs. They are called the gliding tree frogs. I mean, you must have heard a lot of gliding frogs, especially this one, the Malabar gliding frog. Very beautiful, widely distributed in Western Ghats, and okay, they have this amazing feat of they can They can stretch while they jump. They'll use their feet to glide. This one again, interestingly, the breeding behavior, they'll breed in stagnant water puddles where there's a water puddles or any pond or something where there are overhanging branches where there are trees and all. They actually make a firm nest. We have four species of gliding frogs in Western Ghats. The first one, what we saw, was the Malabar gliding frog. Then we have a false gliding frog, that is Rhacophorus pseudo-malabaricus, which is mainly found in southern Western Ghats from Munnar and Agasthyamali region and all. And another one, winged gliding frog, Rhacophorus lateralis, which is mainly found in Wayanad region and Coorg and all. It's a small species, but a very pretty. Look at that. It's got a brown line and all on the greenish brown line on the body. Then again, another one, Kalakkad gliding frog, mainly found in Agasthyamala region and Munnar region. It's reported. We have two species of tree frogs. In fact, three species. These are the two common ones: the western tree frog, Polypletus pseudocruciger, and the common tree frog. I mean, interestingly, the common tree frog, you must have seen it. I mean, sometimes when it gets really cold and all, or even a peak summer, also these frogs known to come into your houses, and especially they like the bathrooms and all. They'll come and hide there in the bathrooms. These common tree frogs. We have another set of high altitude tree frogs. They are also called the Ghat frogs. Uh, Look at this star-eyed Ghat frog or high altitude. It's a kind of high altitude tree frog. Oh, see the star-eyed Ghat frog. Can you see it? It's got a very beautiful eyes. And Gatpisalix astrops, the other one variable Ghat frog. Gatpisalix variabilis. Interestingly, star-eyed Ghat frog, it's found south of Palghat Gap, mainly from in Munnar, Agasthyamali, and parts of Periyar Tiger Reserve and all. It's found. And the variable Ghat frog, it's mainly found in Nilgiris, in Ooty and Wayanad and all. It's reported this frog. We have an amazing ecosystem in Western Ghats that is called the Myristica swamps. Look at those trees, they got a very long roots and all. Myristica swamps are actually a kind of marshy swamps where a particular type of Myristica tree, those are a kind of nutmeg trees. They can survive in the marshy areas. So this particular ecosystem actually holds a unique, few unique species of frogs, especially this Myristica swamp frog. Look at that. The brown one is the male. The green one below is the female. I still remember a few years ago we done the entire their life cycle, life history study, the breeding biology of this frog, and they actually come out in pre-monsoon time, like in May and all. They come in hundreds of them. They'll come out into these Myristica swamps. They breed, and interestingly, after mating, the male and female go into the ground, and female will start digging the ground and they lay eggs. After a few weeks, it will actually that area will get flooded because they choose that time very particularly because they tend to breed in May. That is the pre-monsoon time. So after that, June, July onwards, we'll get a lot of rain, especially first week of June and all. We'll get a lot of rain in southern Western Ghats. So that's the time entire area will get flooded, and all this eggs become a tadpole, and the tadpole will survive. So all these frogs will disappear after that. It's an amazing species of frogs to see. Yeah, this is what I saw while I was trying to document. The two males were fighting. Look at that; they are like two wrestling boys fighting. We have another very unique frog. It's called the purple frog, recently described in 2003. The closest relative of this frogs actually lives in Seychelles. These frogs also come out in pre-monsoon time, like in May, month of May, and lots of them will come out and breed, especially in places like Idukki and Melagav and all those places in Kerala or foothills of Munnar and all. You will be able to see this frog, but they'll come out only for a few days, and after that they'll disappear. And interestingly, they are known to breed in this waterfalls and all. So where there are the cracks and all, they'll go and lay eggs there and they'll disappear. Once the tadpoles, the eggs hatch, the tadpoles actually known to cling into the I mean waterfalls. It's an amazing frog to see. Yeah, like I mentioned, the closest relative of this frogs lives in Seychelles. We have another family of frogs. They are called the night frogs. Uh, Look at that. Okay, so there is a we have over I think 20-25 species of night frogs reported in Western Ghats. This is one of the common frog which found in Munnar region in Western Ghats, and also it's reported in Periyar Tiger Reserve and all. So this frog, once it makes the sound, the call, it sounds like a cat mewing. So that's why it's like it's called the mewing night frog. Nyctipetracus pucha. Pucha, it's actually a Malayalam word for a cat. Here is another night frog. It's a large night frog. It's found mainly in Wayanad and Coorg and all. And most of the night frogs, the males are known to guard its eggs. You can see this male is actually busy guarding the eggs. This is the smallest frog in India. It's called the miniature night frog, Nyctipetracus minimus. It's mainly found in, it's probably smaller than your thumbnail. Mainly found in Wayanad region and Coorg and all. It's very difficult to find it. I still remember when we were trying to find this frog in one of the forest. We could actually hear them. It sounds like a cricket calling in front of you. We were flashing our torches and trying to locate this frog, but we were not able to locate it. And finally, we have to remove a lot of leaf litter. Then we wet leaf litter. Then we managed to locate this frog. We have another very fascinating family of frogs, dancing frog, that will cover in next session. Thank you so much.